With 20 entries, 4 groups. Ice resurfacing after group number 2. The first competitor represents Indonesia, Muhammad Dasha AKBAR, 16 years old, junior bronze medalist in Indonesia.
And Muhammad takes to the ice, costumed by his mum, who makes all of his costumes, and he looks fantastic as he hits his start position skating to Moonlight Sonata by Beethoven. Opening the final day of competition in the men's free skate, Indonesian Muhammad Dasha AKBAR, a skater that started their skating career at 4 years old in a mall rink, but they share the ice with hockey skaters and public session skaters, and then in addition to that, Muhammad had to have 4 years off the ice during the COVID pandemic and with injuries, so his skating journey to this point has been a roller coaster, and now finally getting out on the Junior Grand Prix, looking resplendent in the costume, as I said, created by his mother, which he loves.
Yeah, it's interesting. I spoke to one of the mothers of one of the women skaters who, I can't remember the name, but she had moved. She represents represents New Zealand, but trains in Taipei. But they can have up to 400 people on the ice.
Yes.
Minimum is of like 50. So, I mean, I can't even imagine how hard it is to train for these skaters like this young man here. And it's amazing what they do with such limited resources. And many skaters in North America would go, I can't skate, there's too many people on the ice, right?
Yeah.
But it's what they have to do. So it's good background stories for people to understand why some of these skaters are at the standard they are, the limited resources they might have.
Yeah, and I mean, I went skating earlier this week in a public session of trying to jump, and so much of your brain space is taken up trying to avoid or find a space to jump. And so for Mohammed, if that's what he's training with, you know, the mental focus required, or your mental focus is so distracted when you have to sidestep so many others.
And he does a good job with his skating skills, all of that. It's just a rotation position and his jumps that need to be tidied up. And if you're having to look over your shoulder with so many people on the ice and limited ice time, it's really hard to, you know, a lot of the difference between the early groups and the later groups is opportunity and is facility related. But that's life. That's the way it is.
And that, I suppose that then ties into what we were discussing yesterday a little bit about the opportunities that the skaters must gain for themselves off the ice. So for Mohammed, just continuing to do as much off ice, to just keep working on maybe even recording. You know, it seems like most of these skaters will have a smart device to record their off ice jumping, check the rotational position, make comparisons, use the e-tools online to directly compare your position to maybe somebody like, you know, an Ilya Malinin, and just keep striving for greater quality with what you're doing and what the world's best.
Yeah, absolutely. The tools are out there. You just have to spend the time, and life is busy. Let's take a look at the free program results. For Mohammed, 60.90. First skater out in the free program with an 89.71 total competition score. You know, very nice job for the time and the resources that you have.